I'm Pat McMahon. Let me introduce you to Dr. Marwan Sabbagh. And as long as I've known you, Marwan, I still want to make sure that I get the official title correct. Behavioral neurologist in the Alzheimer's and Memory Disorders program at Barrow Neurological Institute. I'm exhausted already, but you're the guy that I wanted to talk to about all of the new research being done and the fact that the FDA has approved now. Is it considered to be a cure for Alzheimer's disease?
So first, Pat, thank you for having me on your show. It's a thrill to be back on. Second, hello to your audience who are very interested in hearing about the latest and greatest on Alzheimer's. The new drug that you're discussing is called Leqembi. This is also known as lecanemab. It is an intravenous drug that will be infused every 2 weeks. This drug does not cure people with Alzheimer's disease, but rather it slows their progression, and it does it in a pretty substantive way. When they studied it in 1,800 people worldwide, they showed that it slowed the rate of decline almost 30% better than just taking the regular medication that people are already on.
Well, we just lost Bob Barker from our business and from our lives, the marvelous game show host. And he was in his late 90s. Would this, had it been available to him, say, 20 years ago, would it have made any difference in his life?
Well, I'm not familiar that Bob Barker had Alzheimer's, but I will tell you that Tony Bennett had Alzheimer's, and it was well known, publicly disclosed, and it might have changed. It might have had an impact in his life. But to be very clear on this, Pat, this drug has benefits in people in the very, very mildest stages. It would only be in people who are at the beginning of their journey. Not everybody coming in the door is going to be eligible or appropriate or safe to give this medication to. It is an intravenous drug, so it involves a lot of visits, a lot of evaluations, a lot of tests. So I would tell you that a lot of people won't get this drug, but a lot of people will get it as well. So I couldn't comment on Bob Barker's care because I was not involved in it.
But what does this drug specifically do to the system?
Yeah. So the concept of a monoclonal antibody, these are what are called biological drugs, have been now going through medicine of all types, right? So if you look at drugs like Humira and Repatha, these are biological drugs that are manufactured, engineered proteins that are designed to target a specific part of the disease cascade of whatever they're trying to do. In the case of Leqembi, this is a manufactured synthetic protein called an antibody that is created with the idea that it would find amyloid, the kind of amyloid that accumulates in the brain of people with Alzheimer's disease. It finds it, grabs it, and takes it out of the body. And that is now showing that it works very, very well to remove amyloid out of the brain, up to 90% removal of amyloid out of the brain.
So if one was taking this, just an individual, at the suggestion of their physicians, does that mean that dementia symptoms are lessened with virtually everyone that takes it?
Yeah. So the answer is probably yes, but I want to clarify to this audience, Pat, that dementia is a severity issue. Dementia means your symptoms have gotten so bad that you are losing your independence. So I say this to you because dementia is a categorical definition, much like cancer is a categorical definition. So when you say dementia, you should say what kind of dementia. So when we're talking about this, we're talking about Alzheimer's dementia or dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Or in this case, we would also want to target people at the beginning, meaning that they have cognitive decline, but they're still independent. This is called mild cognitive impairment. So we would want to find people who are before they're fully demented, having memory issues, they have Alzheimer's changes in their brain. We would give this drug and it would slow the rate of decline, prevent, delay, or postpone them from getting to dementia.
I'm assuming that research still continues in this field dramatically.
100%. There's actually this drug or this class of drugs has set the research world on fire. There's over 120 more drugs in development for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease.
Wow.
We anticipate transforming Alzheimer's from a terminal disease, as you and I know it, to a chronic disease. This is the diabetes and HIV of our time.
And for those of you who are probably saying to somebody in the family, you know what, I would like to find out more, but I want to talk to that doctor that Pat had on in the morning television on Channel 7. It's Dr. Marwan Sabbagh at the Barrow Neurological Institute. Where else would you expect this kind of work to be done? Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.